Whoa! Ah, that's hot. That's hot.
WTF! WTF!
Boo shakaloo, yeah! Now, as we all know by now, your boys over at OSW Review have their boys' stables, and mine in WWE today consists of the Bainspray Alma Rusev, Kevin Owens, Big E, and the debuting Otis Dozovic. And of course, if you aren't following Otis on Instagram right now, please wait until the end of this video, then go and do so, because he is everything I want to be and more. But let's pretend I'm a teacher for a second, shall we? Let's pretend I have to give last night's Raw a school report. I would say very good, with a couple of moments that made no sense whatsoever. Let's get cracking with WTF moments from last night's WWE Raw. New era, brand new things. Oh my god, the things we'll see. Oh no, wait there. It's anywhere between 1998 and 2016 or some point around there, and we're playing a game of guess who's in the bloody limo once again. And of course, who was inside that limo? It was Vince McMahon, because this is WWE and he is only seemingly capable of plonking his arse inside a limo. Samuel, please. The buzzer. You've guessed it. Who the hell is Ronda, child? And in that signed child, you appear to have a picture of the woman who first of all helped Cultaholic defeat the WrestleTwats at SummerSlam, second of all, made me one half of your Cultaholic Heavyweight Champion, and third of all, an inspirational woman who has so much self-confidence she likes her own tweets on Twitter, but she is called Ronda, not Ronda, child. Who the hell are you talking about? Child? Oh, new era, new things. Oh no, wait there, that same bloody promo, WWE. You did it last week, didn't you? You tickled our bollocks thinking, oh, we'll actually get something new at the start of an episode of Raw with that brawl. But this week, it was just that promo, and what's worse, it was given to us by a man who quite literally soiled his shorts in front of the world on last week's show. Poor Braun. And then they had Braun Strowman say he was just about to get his hands on Brock Lesnar at WWE World Cup. Because as we all know, WWE know fine well they did horrible wrong things by hosting Crown Jewel after everything that happened, but like a petulant child, they can't admit they did so. And anyway, surely if anybody Googles WWE World Cup, first of all, they'll have to fight their way, swim their way through the mountains of sweat and delusion given to us by the best professional wrestler in the world. Once that out the way, they'll see Crown Jewel, and then they'll see what happened before Crown Jewel. WWE doing just about as good as hiding Crown Jewel as John Cena does hiding that bald spot on the top of his head. Charlotte Flair fined 100,000 ducats because she put her hands on 5 referees at Survivor Series. Braun Strowman fined 100,000 big ones for first of all ripping a door and then kicking a wing mirror off of a car. Vinnie Mac to replace a door and a wing mirror on a car. What are you looking at there? $1,000 maybe? And you find Braun Strowman 100 times that? What's wrong with you? Vince McMahon being unfair and being a massive arse while being so? What is this? Anywhere between 1998 and about 2012? Samuel, driver the siren, please. And so for ripping a door off a limo and then kicking a wing mirror off a limo, Braun Strowman has had his Universal Championship match against Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble taken away from him. And you know, with this being WWE, you know, the place where superstars could commit really serious proper crimes but get away with it because they're wrestlers. Whoa, wrestlers, what I like it. I think that's really unfair on Braun. We've seen people quite literally try to murder their opponents in the build-up to a big match, and they've not had anything like this done to their sorry arses. So Braun Strowman, I feel sorry for you, but don't worry, I'll fire up 2K19, and that will now, I'll win the belt with you. That'll make everything okay.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
So according to Corey Graves, that was absolutely unbelievable. Was it really, Corey? We've seen this man push over a lorry, an ambulance, he's thrown a massive hook onto a big metal thing and he's pulled that down as well. And what's more, this man was murdered in the back of a garbage truck and somehow lived inside that garbage truck for 8 long days. I think it was 8 long days, during which time that same garbage truck travelled from where TLC 2017 was to where a subsequent episode of Raw was, and somehow he got out and scared the Miz. That's more unbelievable. I don't know about you, but Braun Strowman pushing over a limo? Pretty standard, I'd say. How silly's wrestling? Where's the apostrophe, man? I don't know you sat there at home but saying, Ross, yeah, numpty, just leave the man alone, let him enjoy his wrestling. But I'm here to promote good grammar and not looking like a numpty. Cultaholic repping it last night's WWE Raw. Thank you very much to Kayla Kelly and her husband for spreading the good name of Cultaholic throughout the WWE universe. Next time you go, do this, that, aye.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
So Michael Cole makes a point of mentioning that this is the first time that Sasha Banks and Ronda Rousey have teamed together, and Renee Young replies with this here direct quote. Yeah, I talked to Nia Jax, and she had a lot to say, on the teammate between her and Tamina, sorry. I couldn't agree anymore, Renee.
Maggle, 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 maggle.
According to Maggle Cole on last night's Raw, over the past 2 weeks, we've learned that Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey isn't the only woman in WWE with a submission move. Oh, Maggle man, Sasha Banks has been around here for 5 years, man. We already knew. I will face any woman, any size, any place, and anywhere. So if you are a woman in WWE who was looking to attack a Sasha Banks, make sure you do it at the right time. Because going off what Sasha said there last night, there is a period in her day where the graps, she just can't be arsed. So do it then, and you'll win. But let's talk more about this segment. Really confusing on Ronda Rousey's part, wasn't it? So last week we saw that Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey is Sasha Banks' biggest fan, and then this week we had Ronda James Cuthbert Rousey seemingly forgetting the fact she has to beat Sasha Banks up in a couple of weeks at the Royal Rumble just because she wants to be her best friend. Ronda's really insecure, isn't she? Oh no, I didn't mean it like that when I said I'm going to rip your arm off and then shove it up your grandma. Please be me friend. How am I, Ronda? Sort it out, will you? Women arguing. As we discussed at length on the Straight to Hell episode with Luke Owen from the Wrestle Twats, this is what you get when you have a room full of men writing scripts for a roster full of young women. Stop this high school bollocks and give us some compelling storylines, will you, for the 3rd time today. Samuel, the buzzer, please. Sarah Logan said 7 words on last night's WWE Raw, and we understood every single word. This, my friends, is a Christmas miracle. And this sexual wank kettle, calling the proverbial pot black. I think that's how the saying goes. Now, if you didn't know, on January the 1st, Dash Wilder secured the trademark for hashtag FTR. Last week on Raw, we saw hashtag FTR on the arses of both the Revival, and this week it was on Scott Dawson's back. So first of all, a trademark that doesn't belong to WWE appearing on WWE RAW, WTF Moments. Second of all, Dash Wilder not being fired for trademarking something that WWE presumably would want to own. That's a WTF moment. And third of all, the Revival getting away by showcasing something that was born on being the elite, while All Elite Wrestling is a thing. And I don't know about you, but that's a WTF moment. I don't say like, oh. So for months by this point, we've heard Maggle Cole laughing with glee as the Lucha House Party blatantly cheat live on WWE Raw with the bollocks Lucha House Party rules. And it's so fun to watch, Maggle would say, as I would reach for a knife in the hope to end it all. But by this point now, we've seen the Revival screwed week after week after week after week, and for some reason, Maggle Cole's calling them crybabies. Who's supposed to be the heels and the faces here? Because I don't know about you, Maggle Cole is making sure those El Hijo del Diddlers are the heels of this situation, when I'm sure the Revival are supposed to be. Goodness knows what's going on. Ah, EC3, he's there. He's going to be important, isn't he? But the bigger point is here, of course, why the hell did that pointlessness there have to be shown over the top of a tag team match happening live on WWE Raw? For God's sake, the Revival, get out of that tag team division. It's a joke. Go to AEW, because that's your natural habitat, and you'll flourish and fly with the eagle's nest. What a knobhead John Cena is. So according to Ballspot Jonathan, 20 years ago, all of Vince McMahon's superstars left him high and dry by leaving the company. The Rock, see you, Vince. That's fair enough, John. He went to make movies with the Tooth Fairy. Brock Lesnar, see you, Vince. That's fair enough, John. He failed at fake rugby. But then John Cena brought up Stone Cold Steve Austin. How the hell can you say Stone Cold Steve Austin left Vince McMahon high and dry, John? Stone Cold, of course, dropped on his head in 1997. Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course, who had to miss another year of his WWE career due to that same dicky neck of his. And Stone Cold Steve Austin, of course, who almost died apparently in the week before WrestleMania 19. How the hell can a man who almost died and broke his neck so many times leave a man high and dry?
Look at all this beef, damn it, my God, look at all this beef. Oh my God, yeah.
Look at all this beef, Vince McMahon said. Well, I guess there's only one thing to say here, isn't there? Vince McMahon likes big, sweaty beef men. And sticking with Vince, I think he's lost the plot. So Vince McMahon makes a fatal 4-way match between Drew McIntyre, John Cena, your boy Finn Balor, and big baldy bastard Baron Corbin, with the winner going on to face Brock Lesnar at the Royal Rumble for the Universal Championship. Jinder Mahal Nipples appears and says, but Vince, I would have been in the ring with those 4 big sweaty men, but Sunil Singh, he almost died, and I had to wipe his arse. Please give us a chance at Brock, please. So then Vince replies to those saggy nipples, Jinder, you pick any one of the 4 men in the fatal 4-way match, you beat them, and you replace them at the Royal Rumble. So according to Vince McMahon there, Jinder could have picked a man who lost the fatal 4-way match, beat them, and then he would have taken the place of the winner of that fatal 4-way match, and that makes no sense at all. We've seen Vince McMahon bleed, we've seen him piss his pants live on national television, and he's been covered in crap, and this is Vince McMahon leading by example, so his superstars can't say no when he approaches them with something ungodly. And with all the mistakes on WWE Raw these days, It all makes sense now, doesn't it? And then, when faced with picking an opponent between John Cena, Drew McIntyre, Big Bully Bastard Baron Corbin and your boy Finn Balor, for some reason, Jinder Mahal picked your boy Finn Balor because presumably he didn't want to win. Pick Big Bully Bastard Baron Corbin, man, will you, Jinder? Did you not watch WWE RAW last year? We had several million singles matches between Big Bully Bastard Baron Corbin and your boy Finn Balor on WWE RAW last year, and it felt like your boy Finn Balor won every single one of them, proving that Big Bully Bastard Baron Corbin is the drizzling craps. Why wouldn't you pick the worst one of the four, you silly goose? Lacey Evans, heel. Mickey James, heel. Dana Brooke, confused. It appears that woman wakes up on one side of the bed one day and says, I'm going to be wholesome, a lovely person. Then the next day, she wakes up the other side and goes, I'm going to be grumpy. No wonder nobody gives a hoot about Dana Brooke, man, for Christ's sake, WWE. We just can't keep up with her. Dun, 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 dun. That's Samir, Kevin. You racist. Bloody hell, Sethy Poo, selective memory or what? Dean Ambrose betrayed 6 years of friendship the night he turned on you, the night that Roman Reigns made his big announcement, did he? We're still with you. Big dog! What the hell does that mean you did 2 years into that 6 years of friendship then, Seth? You heap hop, you heap hop heap, you heap hop a hypocrite. Bringing back all the big hitters. Happy New Year.
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
So according to Corey Graves, Jinder McSaggy Nipples has been missing the aggression, the chutzpah, since losing the WWE Championship to AJ Styles. But Corey, he won the United States Championship on the grandest stage of them all, point, at WrestleMania. It doesn't get any bigger than that apparently, so what the hell are you talking about?
Made a grave mistake, Corey.
Or is it? I'm not too sure. Whatever the weather, Corey Graves called Dean Ambrose Sugar Bear live on WWE RAW, and if that's Renee's pet name for Dean Ambrose, that's funny, isn't it? I laughed. Just a minute, pal. I'm not quite ready. That's all she had to say. Why didn't she say that? First impressions. Quite important, aren't they? Now just imagine, if you will, the portion of the WWE Universe who have never seen or heard of my pal Otis Dozovic. He turns up to last night's WWE RAW, and now a whole portion of the WWE Universe who've never heard of the bloke thinks he's a creep who stalks women and makes them uncomfortable. Not the first impression I want to make. I'm not happy with that debut one bit. So according to Michael Cole, it's been 2 years since your boy Finn Balor had the chance to win the Universal Championship, and let me tell you, Michael Cole, that match in August against the big dog, it begs to differ.
What she say? Say, shut up, Renee. What she say? Say, shut up, Renee.
And then she said the same thing for some reason. Michael Cole doing it, unforgivable. He called that match with his own mouth, but Renee Young, she wasn't on commentary then, I don't think, so she must have been whipping and neighing while this was going on. A fair excuse if you ask me. And we end this with a travesty of a WTF Moments video with a sentence I thought I'd never say once again. WWE, they're going with your boy Finn Balor, and not only that, he won two matches on a single episode of WWE RAW. Grab your animals, pat their asses, onto a boat. The end is nigh, time to run away, the end is nigh. So that's it. Great episode of WWE RAW. My excitement for the Royal Rumble is higher than it was before last night's show, which means it did its job. And what's more, I was entertained. And how often can you say that about WWE RAW these days? Goodbye, everyone. Follow me on Twitter at Ross on Wrestling. Pledge to our Patreon page, patreon.com/cultaholic. But most importantly of all, do not forget to subscribe to this channel and follow us everywhere we have the things on the social media.